Good evening. I am starting a new series about multiple owners on your auto title. So during this series, I will cover different scenarios. I will give you guys some hints of what to be mindful for during these type of transactions. I will also give you guidance regarding what you would need to make your transaction go by as smooth as possible as well when it comes to the DMV. Okay. So tonight I will talk about selling your vehicle when there are multiple owners on your auto title. I will show two titles during this segment as an example. Okay. Before I begin, one of the things I want to share is that when there are multiple owners on your vehicle title, be very mindful when it comes to the wording. Okay. If you see the word and, if you see the word or, those are going to be very important factors, okay, when it comes to selling that vehicle, okay? Sometimes, depending on your state, you may not see the word and or if there are multiple owners on the title as well. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. You will see in a moment why the word and or is very important when it comes to selling that vehicle, signing off on the title accordingly as well. Okay, so this first example here, okay, we have Kimberly or Ronald Jones shown on the title. Both parties, the word or is present. So I'm using the Virginia title just for demo purposes only. Um, Either party in this case can sign off as seller. Okay, either party can sign off as seller on this title. Why? Because the word or is present. Okay, or is present. Now, taking things a bit further from a legal perspective, I know some of you guys may be wondering, can you sell a vehicle without the consent of the other owner or owners on record? Okay, it really depends. Now, from the title standpoint, it is regarded that only one person in this case can just sign. Okay, now if there is no agreement, then it could be a matter for the courts to decide, or, if you have some sort of legal documentation that goes with this title, then that may work depending on your state or the circumstance at hand. But, from the eyes of DMV, either person can sign off in this case. Okay. But if someone happens to sell and neither party is in agreement with the sale, or should I say both parties are not in agreement, then it will be a legal issue for the courts to decide. Okay. Again, unless you have that documentation ahead of time. All right. So again, only one person here will be satisfactory. Okay. Let's look at the second example here. In this case, we have Kimberly and Ronald Jones. The word and, very key, very important here for this type of title. So in this case, if Kimberly and Ronald were to sell the vehicle, both parties must sign off at the bottom of this title as sellers. Both. Okay. Now, I'm going to spend just a little bit more time on this example because I want to give you guys a couple more examples here with this one. So in the event, um, you know, neither party wants to be in agreement with the vehicle being sold, and the other one happens to sell, again, that's going to be a legal issue. Okay. Another thing I want to share is that in the event the other person is alive, okay, but they're not able to sign off as seller on the title. The other person on the title can sign off on their behalf if they have a power of attorney. So let's just say Kimberly, in this case, is going to sell the vehicle, of course, along with Ronald. But Ronald is not able to sign off on the title. Maybe he's out of town. So he will give Kimberly power of attorney to sign on his behalf. Okay. If Ronald had not signed the title prior, this will be the only way he can release himself from this title. Either he will sign prior or give Kimberly POA to sign as the seller for him. Okay, this only works if the other person is alive. POA does not work for a deceased individual. Keep that in mind. Okay, so again, with both people here, both have to sign. Okay, another thing I want to share, and I hear this a lot when it comes to multiple owners, and this decisions that must be made when it comes to something of this nature. A person may say, well, I have the vehicle mainly in my possession, the other person is not in the state with me. The DMV doesn't care about that. Okay, the DMV does not care who drives the vehicle the most, who has the vehicle in their care at this time, where the vehicle is going to be at this time. The only time DMV would care about that is if it is pertaining to personal property taxes, like where is it garaged, what city, what locality at this point in time. If that is not a discussion, DMV does not care who has the vehicle. It doesn't matter. What they are going to go to, though, is the wording on the title, okay? Or, okay, and in this case, and. If those words are present, and sometimes if you don't see and or you don't see or, again, it's going to determine, who has to sign off as seller. Is it just one person on the title, or is it all parties in question? So I want you guys to be very mindful. In this case tonight, when you are selling your vehicle and there are multiple owners on that title record, make sure you have a discussion as well with the co-owner. You don't want things to turn ugly, so make sure everybody is on the same page. Make sure there's some agreement before the vehicle is to be sold. Okay? If you have any questions about tonight's segment, maybe you want to share your experience, maybe you are in a situation that I've covered on tonight, maybe you're stuck, you don't know, exactly what to do, feel free to drop me a line below or visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Thank you for tuning in. Please click, share, and subscribe.